Welcome back to my Across New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on a rather snowy island of Fawnhallow today? I was going to say the rhymy island of Fawnhallow, but you know, I feel like I've tapped that well dry, if anything. Rhymy, of course, being from, actually, I think it's from Great Expectations, but I've not actually read Great Expectations. I read Mr. Pip, which is a book about Great Expectations back in English literature class. And for some reason, one of the quotes which stayed with me was the whole section about talking about rhyme and like a rhymey morning and Matilda's and Mum is like, what the heck does rhymey mean? And then Matilda sort of smugly goes, oh, it means snowy. I learned that from Mr. Pip from, what was his name, Mr. Watts? Anyway, if you haven't read a book, that makes no sense to you. But hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 2 PM on Saturday, December 11th, 2021. No big news to share with you today, but I would like to touch on one seasonal topic. Oof, another one of those days that chills you right to the core, which means it's also a perfect day to go outside and play in the snow. If you do venture out in the cold, check the ground for snowballs and give them a little push. Oh yes, so we can make snowmen now. I'm not really sure if we, I guess we can make one, but there's not really much point because I believe the thing we're missing is not large snowflakes, it's actually the small snowflakes. I think we have quite a stock of large ones, but maybe we'll make a few. We might as well make one. It is the first day or so. We've got stuff from Katrina. She's giving us a purification ceremony. Anyway, shout out to my 3 people who've ever read Mr. Pip or something. Or shout out to my ex-English lit class. Ex-English lit class just kind of makes it sound a lot more harsh than I intended. But yeah, anyway, we're rounding up to the end of the year. People are coming out with like the top games and that sort of thing. It Takes Two won Game of the Year in the whatchamacallit, Ancient Statue? Oh, that's a fake one. I remember now. We bought it. Won Game of the Year in the Game Awards, which is cool. It Takes Two. You know, I said my piece on it. If you want to know like my full half-an-hour review kind of on it, not really a review, just more like me spouting random words as we go. You can search back in my channel and find It Takes Two. TLDR, mechanically awesome, aesthetically awesome, story-wise pretty rubbish. But as long as you have a good friend that you're playing with, it's honestly an absolutely grand old fun time. Oh, we actually need to make a snowman. Wait, is this for collecting 20 different gyroids? Wait, hold on. That means one of these gyroids we just have is not one we've got before. It's not that one. We've definitely got this one before. Wait, do we have a duplicate gyroid in here somewhere? Oh yeah, we got... Wait, hold on. This is where the snowballs are. We can try and make the smallest snow boy possible. Just, you know, save on a little bit of space. We don't want things to be particularly cumbersome around here. So we'll roll this a tiny bit more than the bare minimum. And then we'll roll the other snowball to the bare minimum size and make a very, very tiny snow boy. Which is kind of a shame in New Horizons where they don't have... There used to be like a whole snow person family. Oh no! Oh well. Who cares? Do we have a duplicate gyroid in here somewhere? We must do. It's a little bit difficult playing like 20-person snap. Oh no, 20 different gyroids. Oh yeah, I think the bonus one... A dutoid. This sounds new. I don't... Oh my word. What the heck is that? So I guess this is all 20 gyroids? I think it's more than 20 because, spoilers, there is a Brewster one, which I've heard of after you go to Barista and have it on 50 different days or something. But that one certainly is new. What's the other one we have? I don't really even realise we'd have new ones to pick up in first place. Scatteroid. This one we have somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. We've got a pink one in the bottom left corner. Okay, but there we go. There's our collection of gyroids, and we'll just sort of be there being merry music makers, just like KK Slider. But yeah, anyway, It Takes Two won Game of the Year awards. I didn't actually watch the Game Awards because of... Well, I mean, it's not the most interesting thing in the world sometimes. It can be kind of interesting, but it also can be kind of like... I just kind of want to see the results and the announcements, per se. I'm not really much one for award ceremonies. Or anything like that. Even back in my school days, they're not the most particularly interesting thing in the world. Like we used to have school award ceremony. Oh, by the way, we actually will be doing a Happy Home Paradise customization today. If you couldn't tell probably by the episode title, but it's gonna go around, gonna collect some stuff, or go to Captain's Island and do the usual biz before we head over there. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah, we had like award ceremonies and stuff back in school, back in my high school and that sort of thing. And I think I went to them every single year, despite the fact that like, you know, as I said before, I was a reasonably good student, and one of the awards each year, there are 2 awards, like every form, I suppose, which is like class, I suppose, got 3 awards, 2 of them for attainment and 1 of them for like effort put in or whatever. And I got the attainment award quite a few times. Just, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I'm not trying to boast or anything, or be like, wow, I can't believe this happened. It probably just goes to the students who got like the highest marks in tests or something, which is not particularly impressive, I suppose, after all, and especially, you know, like who really cares about your performance in year 7, etc, etc. So I've been to quite a few award ceremonies of those things, and they're not very interesting. I'll be perfectly honest. It's kind of you just waiting around for ages, for like hours. They say your name, you walk up to the stage once, you collect your like £10 W.H. Smith book certificate coupon or whatever, and you get like a tiny certificate which says like, oh, it says your name and got the award for attainment in the year or whatever, and it's, you know, printed on you know, a slightly glossy high GSM paper, and you're like, ooh, wow. And then you sit down and then you wait for another hour, everything else, because, you know, there's a lot of years, there's a lot of classes, there's a lot of different awards out there that it takes quite some time to get through. And honestly, at that point, I think the awards sort of lose meaning. At that point, it was like, there's no, it's, for one, it's not very accomplishing to get, well, maybe I shouldn't speak on behalf of everyone. For other people, that certainly could have been like a highlight of their time, being like a fine email, or efforts of being like rewarded, about sort of thing. For me, I don't think I particularly deserve a reward. I didn't like try amazingly hard. I think I was just, you know, I've gone rather luckily where I have quite a good memory, which translates quite well to early schoolwork, especially where it's just sort of like facts and rote memorization or things like that, which, you know, is that good, is that bad? I don't necessarily know, and I'm not really here to critique the education system. I don't really think I'm qualified enough for that sort of thing, but it's just like, I'm just here to focus on the award ceremony, which it wasn't very interesting. I'll be honest. It got a bit more interesting in sixth form, because in sixth form there's a lot more awards, because they have them for specific subjects. And then there's in sixth form and A-level, I took both physics and electronics. Electronics was not a very common A-level, as I understand it from most other schools, but it's basically just like circuitry, of that very specific part of physics, but as its own subject. And honestly, it was pretty fun. Like, you work with chips, you did a little bit of like assembly level programming, and you work with chips, CMOS, what are they called, transistors, diodes, etc, etc. But one of the years, like, I had the same physics and electronics teacher, who was a fantastic teacher, by the way, very passionate about that sort of thing. Subject, and you can obviously tell, and it's always great when you have a teacher who's really passionate about those sort of things. But what was I going with? Oh yeah, that year for the award ceremony, I shared a class with this other really good student who was in my physics class, but he didn't take electronics. And then somehow, because the physics and electronics staffing team was, you know, quite overlapped, because it was like, I suppose, a subset of a physics team was the electronics team, basically. Like, all the electronics teachers, I think, also taught physics, or something like that. Somehow some mix-up happened, and that good friend of mine, who was also really clever in his own right, somehow got the electronics award. And I remember him talking to the teacher afterwards. You know, I was there because I sat like close to him, and he just like told the teacher, and he was like, yeah, I got an award for electronics, but I don't even do electronics. And the teacher just got very embarrassed. So just like, how did this happen? How do we manage to give an electronics award to someone who doesn't even take the subject in the first place? It doesn't really make sense, but somehow it's happened. But I suppose kind of luckily, I had gotten the award for physics, apparently. I'm not sure if it was a situation where our 2 awards got mixed up or something. So I just went to a teacher, I was like, you could just like swap our awards. I don't really care what subject I get them in, or even if I get them in first place. And, you know, they're just like, thanks dear, or whatever, you know, look at me, Superman for that day. Or Superwoman, I suppose, I don't really know. Superhero for that day, who cares? You know, it's just a very weird situation. But I just remember the teacher being very embarrassed about that sort of thing, and not really understanding how that comes up. I thought it was quite funny, to be honest. How do you give an award to a student who's not even taking that subject? You just like forget or something? Honestly, what probably happened is because they were both doing awards, they were just like, okay, we'll give the award to this guy and me. And then it just like, you know, it got mixed up. They were like, oh, we gave a wrong subject award to each person. And you might be surprised, I suppose, to hear that, because, you know, you had one of my conversation users that you might know, like, I've been pretty good at maths for most of my life, you know, and went to several maths competitions, challenges, and that sort of thing. Did maths at uni, etc, etc, you'd be like, why didn't you get a maths award? I don't actually know why exactly I got a maths award, but it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, there was both a maths and a further maths award, because then I took both. Obviously you kind of need to do both to get into to do the maths at uni. Well, I suppose it depends on the university, but at least the uni I went to, you certainly had to. Your mileage may vary, so don't quote me on that sort of thing necessarily. I mean, I suppose if you ever want advice on doing maths at university, you can certainly ask me. I'll give you my best shot at answering. With rather specific knowledge, I suppose. I can't imagine there's many people out there, the intersection of Animal Crossing players who also enjoy watching small YouTubers who also live in UK and want to study maths at university. that's just too many Venn diagrams at once, I think, going on. Let us see what Crazy Red is selling. I don't know if we actually need to talk to Katrina. I think we've gotten 4 bad luck charms. Whoa, I think this is one of the ones we're missing. A warm painting. Hold on. I don't have my thing open. I believe, if I recall, this one is always legitimate. I think we're missing it. Well, I don't know. I don't have warm painting written down here, so maybe we're not missing it. Well, all right. It's at least one I don't recollect collecting. So we're going to head over to Happy Home Paradise. I don't think we're going to do the restaurant today. I think we're just going to do another house customization today, and then we'll do a restaurant possibly tomorrow. I'm not really sure, because I want to kind of ease myself back into a Happy Home Paradise in mood. And plus I promised some of my friends I was going to go play some Elder Scrolls Online with them. I don't know if, hopefully, I wonder if we've started yet. Ugh. Maybe they have. Just vibe. But, well, people are in call right now, and I haven't even started a Happy Home Paradise customization. So we're going to try and make this a reasonably speedy one. In the end, not in the sense that I want to disregard everything I'm doing, but of course, you know, people want to play games, and of course, I also want to join them. Let's show them his bus. By the way, have you got a second? I made more new DIY recipes. I'll send them to your friends, so take a look. Oh yeah, don't we need to help you with materials or something? I forgot that's still a thing. Oh yeah, we also got a new uniform we should check out. Okay, there you go. These are my recipes for some concrete island counters and concrete pillar. Try making them sometime. When I look through my materials box, I get so many ideas. I'll make some real good ones next time. I can't remember that's your voice. So who do we have at visiting? We got Hippo. I remember you come before and I was like, your theme is very strange. You're like Winnie or something? Victoria? You know V's, W's? What is a W except for a double V except for a W? What? Claudia? Oh yeah, I knew your name. I don't even know who you are. Hopkins? Doc. Oh no, Hopkins is the inflatable rabbit. He's like a balloon. You are like Hammy or something. Hamlet. So I just made me think, it's Hamtaro time. You're like Cheddar, I think. Limburg. Or all the mice are like named after cheese or something, alright? Now I think about it, I think Cheddar's the yellow one with like an orange spot on his face, right? It's Hamtaro time. Diggity diggity woo. Hamtaro. You guys remember that song? Good old Hamtaro anime, I suppose. Ooh, Sherb's here. Oh no, wait, we've seen Sherb's thing. Sherb wants like a theme park or whatever, and I was not particularly interested in that. I don't even know who you are. Frank. I like your honesty, your colourings and pattings. And Puddles chilling here, that's Rodney. I can't remember what Rodney wanted, and he's visited before and we've seen his theme. But yeah, we're not going to do a facility yet, we're just going to do a regular customization, or you probably already know that because you can see what the title of this video is, you can see who I decided on. This one I don't have much of a sway within who will choose as for customization, so we're just going to go with whoever's got the most interesting theme. And honestly, I think I should try and do a theme I haven't done before. I feel like I've done a huge amount of like knightly, elegantly thematic themes like that, which is not really a broad variety. Are you looking for some work? I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work. And of course I am going to try and do this somewhat speedily. I'm not going to like rush through. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll just willy-nilly put things down. But, you know, I'd spending 2 hours, 1 hour, 45 minutes or whatever, doing a customization is certainly too long in my book. May not be for you, but I don't want to spend all that time doing it. I think a tank top is a bit much. So I guess we'll wear the coat. And we probably should put like some shorts on. What? Oh, it's a whole thing. I see. We should probably put some socks on. Otherwise it's going to be extraordinarily cold. Well, fishnets is not particularly professional, you would have thought. But, like tights? Stockings? I guess. Isn't it? We don't have white stockings, weirdly enough. A satchel. Do we want to roll with something else? Let us roll with... I'm trying to change it up every single time, but there's only so many things I suppose we can change it up to. A pochette. I'm trying to think what we haven't used. Cross-body bag? Sure, I don't know. Let's not think too hard about it. This would be an incredibly cold uniform, I must say. Just, yeah, you're only being warmed up by Parker, nothing else underneath, and you just wearing stockings on your legs. I would be utterly freezing in this sort of a uniform. But, you know, we seem to not have work leggings. No branded leggings, or... I'm trying to think. Tracksuit bottoms? Question mark? Cafe. Okay, so we already designed a cafe. Cute yellow things. That's quite open-ended. An art studio. That's quite similar to the art thing that we've done with Sky. Picture books. Soccer. Interesting. Like a lot of food. That's kind of like doing a restaurant anyway. I'm not particularly like super entranced by any of these. If anything, so far we'll go with Victoria's one just because it's really open-ended. Just make things yellow is quite easy, I suppose, to work with in the end. Welcome, welcome. I want to see what you have in mind. Ah, yeah, a studio. That was quite an interesting one. A fairy tale theme park is also cool. What do you have in mind? There's nothing better than being up in tall heights. I don't even understand this one, so let's do it. You want to be on tall heights? Oh, you probably want like an alpine mountain lodge or something. Honestly, that sounds pretty fun. I'm going to assume your thing is kind of like what Amelia's customization is. Where you want like a remote mountain sort of thing. And we'll finally be able to use that, maybe that winter mountain quadrant on the map. Excuse me while I have a sip of water. Thanks for taking the time. So, what were you thinking of? My high up home. Oh, you want a gym? You want a climbing gym? Okay, that's not at all what I expected. I fully expected like an alpine sort of thing. We're still going to put you in like the icy mountain because nothing else is going to... Actually, what other mountains do we have? That's not very high up. A lot of these aren't actually all that high up, so I think we're just going to put you at icy mountain and just be like, oh, you're like a icy mountain peak. I don't know. Not bad. I don't know. Maybe the cold weather's good for training. 2 floors is a lot. I'm not going to give you 2 floors, even though it actually could make sense for your sort of thing. But 2 floors just takes far too long to customize. I mean, I think what I'll probably do at some point is after I've done all the, like, a huge amount of customizations, I'll go back and revisit old homes once we've unlocked everything and upgrade some previous homes into 2-story ones. So don't worry, 2-story homes will come, but, you know, take things slow. Yeah, there's no need to rush with these sort of things. Take things day by day, bit by bit, stitching it together. Twilight's dress, cutting up a path. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying this. Yeah, you know, for anyone who's been watching me a large amount of time, you're probably well aware of the fact that I just randomly burst out in song as soon as I start hearing certain lyrics. Any sort of like phrases. If it sounds like a lyrics to a song, then it's in my head immediately. Okay, so what sort of things we got going on? A utility wagon? Maybe, hold on. Construction scat. Wait, what? This is such a weird combination of things. A mountain? A dormant volcano? I gotta say, this is a pretty great poster. I don't understand. Oh, it is kind of like a mountain. But you just want training stuff. Oh, you're mountain climbing. That's what's going on. Okay, I get the theme now. I get the theme. It's kind of both. Okay, so it is kind of what we wanted. I think don't use windows. And I'm not sure what would be the best lead-in. I don't know if we want this lighting. We definitely want winds, because we want it to be like high up mountain range of that sort of thing. Summit wall, nice. That looks very high up and mountainy. Rocky mountain flooring, I guess is the best we can do. I kind of wish this was more blue to kind of fit the theme. Do we have a bit more of a blue flooring? I kind of want quite an open design, I think, with all of this stuff. Oh yeah, hold on. Can we do like basement flooring? Doesn't make sense. Slate. I think I can't want quite an open design for this one, to be perfectly honest. But this doesn't it just immediately feels like it should be a very open sort of area. Actually, an alternative is I can make this like a wooden lodge or something. Like do this. Hold on. And make do do like an accent wall like this. Not necessarily. I kind of want a wooden log, but I don't know if we. Sorry, a wooden log cabin. I don't know if we've got quite the perfect things for it. But the first one's okay. It might be just what we go with. We could try and pretend to make it open like this. Chain link fence just kind of doesn't really make sense. Backyard fence. I kind of just want like an alpine lodge. Is basically what I've got in mind. But you essentially want a gym. It seems like you kind of want to like train and exercise here. So inside we're gonna have a gym. We're gonna have like a nice little place where you'd stay. I think you'd camp outside. So an exam table. What? Not the most comfortable thing. A reception counter. This very much looks like a gym. I don't even know what a utility wagon is. Ah, this is all climbing equipment. Okay, that stuff can go outside. We'll put exercise stuff inside. What colour do we want it? We'll go with white. It seems like blue and white sort of thing. I mean, blue and white is such a common colour combination that we're going with. Maybe just white and I don't know. Should we do white and green? Since I don't think we've done that as a colour combination before. That can go outside. This camp stuff can go outside. You want to pull up our stand? We'll definitely. That's not the right colour. So we're going to give you like a workout gym area. We're going to give you a nice balcony to sort of like relax on. And I think we're going to give you sleeping headquarters. Just, you know, the sort of the usual. Or if anything, your exercise gym could be outside. You know, something like being not exposed to the elements, but you know what I mean? Being like, getting that fresh air, I suppose. Might be good for your heart. And oh yeah, we should definitely put some sort of partition here. To get like a fence. I forget where partitions are. Like I know they appear in one of these sections, but I'm not sure what to do with this construction scaffolding, to be perfectly honest. It's a bit what? Oh. It's a bit we can use it as a shelf, actually. That's possible. I think this will basically just be sort of like a home gym, not just for you, but for some other people as well. And it's going to expose me, which I don't really know what a gym looks like. I don't really go to the gym, so I'm not really sure how things are arranged. I'll be perfectly honest, but we'll do some stuff here. This can be like a yoga section. Maybe we'll put some lockers in here. Yeah, I think this. Oh, a reception counter is actually really good. So now we can actually do better facilities for everyone. Paper under the counter, to-do list, name list, medical questionnaire. I think we'll have a medical questionnaire, or we'll basically make it a sort of private gym. Not a private gym. Like a private public gym. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I'll have this here. Actually, you know what? We're going to give you your own private room as well, because presumably you sleep up here somewhere. Actually, you could sleep outside in like a tent. But this is an interesting thing where we're actually giving most room to the balcony area at the back, which is, I'm not going to say it's unusual per se, but certainly not something we've done all that often. So we could put this here and you just like immediately walk in to a reception. This is where you'll sleep. I'm trying to think how things should be arranged, because I'm trying to think where we might have room for a locker room. You know what's interesting? What if we did like a corridor locker room? That's not something we tried before. I'll get rid of the scaffolding. It kind of sucks, I'll be honest. It's going to give less room to the balcony, but I think that's an interesting sort of design space we haven't quite explored yet. And you know me, I'm trying to do different things. I don't want to just do the same thing over and over again, which, if you want to, by all means. But this is me. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. So what if we do it like this? And it's basically like an open floor, sort of like a gym room where you just like walk in and then you get to the exercise machines over here. I feel like there's not enough space to really do anything with. It's possible we need more space. So perhaps we reduce the amount of gym space by one like this. We'll put a column here, I think. I'm not sure which column will fit best. Probably a dark wood column is what I'd particularly imagine, but let's just put it here first before we really draw any conclusions. And you're going to have a really simple bedroom, to be fair. Like, you're going to have basically the bare minimum. Which is fine, because I don't think you need all that much. Green? Yep, green. Medical bed. Oh, no, this could be like an infirmary. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, if you need, like, a little space to recover. Nah, I think it should just be your private, like, quarters. I think I would take it from the view that you don't come here all the time. You don't tend to permanently stay here. You kind of stay here for like every so often. So I shouldn't come at it with the view that this is your permanent sort of residence. I don't actually want, I think, any of this stuff on it. Can we make this green? We can make it green. Wrong shade of green though. There's too many shades of green. Okay, so we do this, you walk in here. I think we'll put some things like, I don't know if we've got a water cooler. We could put a mop in the corner. That's a mop in the corner. Sorry. I think I make that joke every time. That's me in the corner, watching you kiss her. So I think it could be interesting to put like, some like school lockers maybe over here. Now I think this isn't enough room. You don't have a lot of like space to really walk around here or change or anything. What if we did it like this? It feels like you need more room though. It's quite restricting what we got right now, isn't it? I just really want like a... Okay, how about we put, instead of a reception right in front, we put a reception to the side, and we do it like this. It's just like your office space. We'll put lockers on either side of, we probably should have customized this first before we duplicate it. We do want everything to have a consistent sort of style. We can do this. What if we put some benches down along the side? I think that'd be okay. An outdoor bench. Let's do white and green. Is that a possibility? Or we can put a bench here. Perhaps a bench here. And these are like changing rooms. It's an interesting... I'm not 100% sold on this yet. I guess we could do it like this. I think it's an interesting enough... It's a unique enough design, but I'm willing to stick with it for now, though I'm not super convinced by it yet. So it's not quite alpine, I suppose, what we're going for. I'm not really sure what we're going for anymore, but it's an interesting sort of mix of things. Maybe we should make everything just green, like a dark green. Well, that's not really an option here, so white and green it is. We certainly want something behind you. Trophy cabinet. If only it wasn't brown. If only we can make it white. A ladder? I'm not really sure what we're going to use. Oh, we need like climbing wall. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, so this can be like a yoga section. Let's put a climbing wall over here. Let's try and make it... yeah, I guess white is the best coloration for this. Over here. Yoga. And I'm just trying to think... Because we don't have a lot of space. Okay, maybe not 2 treadmills. Maybe we have these 2 next to each other. Because you might be exercise buddies with whoever might be next to you here. A pull-up. Is this even a pull-up bar? I assume it is. We could switch these around. And thus we could put the pull-up bar over here. Give it a little bit of space like this. I don't really like this being right in the corner. So perhaps... shimmy it over just a tad. Put the yoga mat here. I'm not sure. I feel like we should put something in the middle here, but I'm not really sure what. Some barbells. If anything, I suppose this is more like your own personal gym. I'm not really sure which way around a yoga mat goes. An exercise board. This can sort of go in the corner. The green one. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, let's put the barbell more front and center, I think. If we got space, we can put it here. We got just enough space to put partitions in here. We just gotta find the partitions. Nearly busted radio. Oh, it's very, very, very retro. There's no quite white coloration, so I guess we'll... I'm trying to figure out where to put things. You've obviously got to have some tunes while you work out. I think I want to replace this locker with scaffolding. I want to see if you can put stuff on scaffolding. Because if you can, that'd be... You can. So we can basically treat this as a much more sort of like a metallic looking shelf. Especially if we customize it to give it a back. Interesting. Even though it's a top, it's technically a shelving item, which allows us to put a lot of these smaller items down. So we can put a clipboard. Perhaps this makes a bit more sense to put it at the front. Medical questionnaire. We should do this. Put it over here. He runs this area just to make sure you're on the list. What other things can we put down over? What is this? A first aid kit. That sounds pretty important, to be perfectly honest. We'll have a white one. A bottled beverage. I guess a green one. Green, light blue. We'll put it here. I want to put some like a pile of clothes. I know that's an option. Can't remember where it is. Air circulator? I guess we'll put this here. No, we could put this here. Yeah, but we could put something on the wall here, I think, to make things look a little bit better. I'm mostly just sticking with recommended items, because honestly, recommended items are pretty good thus far. I've got no qualms with this sort of thing. Cheese? Some of these icons are very weird. Why would you have like a mug with cheese on it? I mean, to be fair, maybe you would. Let's put some stuff up here. Maybe like a handy water cooler. Things that make sense to put at the front. What front desk? Probably the fan makes more sense. I will put the water cooler somewhere else. I know it's not a fan. It's an air circulator, which is what that is. Just a fan, isn't it? I'm not really sure. The first aid kit probably makes more sense to put over here at the reception, and then we can put these sort of camping supplies. They can go on the shelf. I wonder if can you put like things on the top of that shelf as well? It'd be really cool to be able to have like a double stack shelf. I didn't mean to click that. That was Joy-Con drift in its entirety there. We'll take a camp stove here in case you want to do some camping outside, which is all fair enough. Let's put some stuff here. Stuff that relates to changing, I suppose. Not really much. So this is probably where we should start delving in, I think, to other stuff. We don't need chairs, and I don't think we need really any tables. I'm just trying to see, where could we even put a table, to be honest? There's not really any good location. I guess we could find a place to put one in here, but I'm not particularly convinced by that. Yeah, I think this is okay. So we don't really need any tables. Let's bring up... We don't need a bed. We don't really need a cupboard. We do need some sort of partition. Oh, interesting. Jail bars? Perhaps a dark wood partition would make the most sense, I think, for this sort of area. It would certainly at least match the walls. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on that. I think it's all right. I don't think we need many other like floor items. I think now we start needing oh yeah, hold on. I did say a water cooler. If we had one, it would make sense to put down somewhere. I mean, you've got to stay hydrated in the gym where you can. Not exactly sure where to put this though. To be perfectly honest, there's not a lot of room, so I guess we'll put it here. Not sure if I love it there. Not sure if I love it here either. If anything, perhaps we should put a bucket and mop over here. We'll put this over here, and if you want to grab a drink of water, you just, you can just go there and get it. It's a rather open place. Everyone's very friendly with each other in these areas. We don't really have room for any bathroom stuff. We could put some plants down. We don't really have room. If anything, I think this gym area is kind of boring. I think definitely we can improve upon here. What if we made this like a storage closet and this area of a gym? Not the gym, but the locker room. I wish we had doors as an option in this game. I really wish we did. But unfortunately, we do not. So, you got to make do with exactly what you got. I'm not sure if any of this is particularly things you want. We don't have much other exercise equipment to put down, so I think we're sort of... Not we're stuck with this, but this is all that we really need down. And this is the sort of thing where I think overloading this entire place with too much stuff, again, is a sin of mine, I suppose, when it comes to Happy Home Paradise customization. I tend to definitely put too many things down all the time, everywhere, when it really doesn't call for it. I feel like I scrolled past the protein powder set, which probably would make sense somewhere in here. There it is. Yeah, I tend to put, I feel like, far too many things down, when honestly I just don't need to. Sometimes minimalism is best, which is weird because I very much subscribe by much more minimalist designs or stuff in my real life. Well, not designs, but stylings in real life. But in Happy Home Paradise, there's a temptation for me just to be like, I want to put everything down. Okay. What other things would make sense to put down? Like a gym, a changing room, a fire extinguisher. I mean, I guess we could put that down. It feels like a good, pretty important to put this down in all sort of like public areas, workspaces. What would make sense to put down in like a storage closet? Not many. Not many things. I probably scrolled past something which would have made perfect sense, but I mean, we could put down cardboard boxes, but I put down cardboard boxes everywhere. It feels a bit boring, a little bit derivative at this point. I at least think the layout we've got in this place is at least interesting. But this is one which it would have been probably pretty cool with 2 floors. We could have had like a bottom floor being like the reception and changing room, and the top floor being the actual gym, and it could have just been like an open air thing. I'm not feeling any of these items. Like a bucket, maybe? But we already got a bucket and a mop, so it's a bit excessive. Where have a pile of clothes? Tissue, spray cans, phone. I mean, we could put a phone on the reception desk, but I feel like we've done that quite a lot already. There's also no green option, weirdly. So it is a little bit boring. I think we'll put a cooler box down. Fortunately, it's green and black instead of green and white, but whatever. You can't be too picky and choosy about these sort of things. Interesting, not a huge amount of interesting things to put down, but we'll put the cooler box here. I think this is fine, actually, inside. Let us put some stuff down on the walls, I think, now. Question is, what do we put down where? Could put a radiator design, some plants, I think, might be nice. Hanging terrarium. Put like a pitcher plant here, maybe. I'm not feeling a lot of this, I'll be particularly honest. I mean, we use the exit sign so much, we've got to be a little bit more creative when it comes to these sort of things. I think a mounted mountain bike could make sense as well. We are in the mountains. I'm not sure where we'd put it, because this would be like your own personal one. Can we put it on this wall? There's not really much space. We could put it over here. It's your own personal bike, right? So put it in your own personal headquarters. Headquarters is not really the right word, but you know what I mean. Your own sort of private utility space. I've got so many paintings. It's a bit excessive. A rack. A ventilation fan. This kind of makes sense to, I suppose, to put in like locker room, kind of. I'm not sure if we want that bright a green, but if we're going to commit to a white and green aesthetic, let's commit to the white and green aesthetic. I think a clock would make sense to put down somewhere. I mean, clocks are always like nice things to put down, and if in doubt, we can always put down this wall clock. We could put down this ironwood clock, make it a bit more lodging. If we can make it white and something, then perhaps that's okay. We could put this here. Perhaps we could give you some AC. I think a wall fan might be a bit more interesting. Wait, that's blue? That is blue. That's a very faint blue. I thought that was white. This one's a white one, white and green. We can put this up here. Oh, there's already a fan up there. I forgot. Suppose we can put it in the gym. Help you cool down. All that sort of thing. We've got 3 fans over on that side. Hopefully people won't notice that. Let's put a retro radiator. Because maybe it gets cold around here. What wall-mounted items would you like in your room? A formal paper? I'm not really sure where I'd put that, to be honest. A world map. I mean, I guess we could put one of these down. We're going to, of course, center it on the Atlantic Ocean. Me being British and all that, if you couldn't tell already from my accent. I'm not really sure where to put this. I don't really think this makes much sense anywhere. You know what I want? I want one of those posters with like the cat hanging and being like, "You can do it," that sort of thing. A birdmobile. Not mobile. Let's put this in the gym. If that's a seagull, I don't think you really find seagulls up in the mountains, but something like this. Maybe I do want this centered a little bit. Yeah, you don't really find seagulls around this area, but what can you do? Fluorescent light. We'll give you one in the infirmary / Frank's private headquarters. Like, I hate when you can't get a good angle of these sort of things. And we'll give you an office light. I guess I'll put some of them in changing rooms. I guess that makes sense. Trying to make it look even. Be distributed, is that about right? I think that's right. Just trying to make sure it's all centered quite nicely. I think it is, and honestly, I think we're done. It's quite a quaint place. It's different, I suppose, from my usual customizations. Actually, one thing I do want to see quickly is I want to see if it looks better with these columns. Sort of like in between. Signifying it's more of a doorway. Compared to just leaving it open-ended. Now it looks a bit claustrophobic like that, doesn't it? No, we'll get rid of those. I think that's fine. Do we want different lighting? It's a bit dark like that, so I think we'll do this to sort of simulate daylight lighting. Is there anything we really need to polish? I don't think... That's the wrong item. I don't think like sparkles or stuff really make sense around here. There's not really many plants. Like, we could put... I just don't think any of this really needs any sparkle, to be honest. None of it really makes sense, so honestly, I think we're good. I think now we'll decorate stuff outside. Sorry, as I'm readjusting my seating position. The are cool as. Now it's time to decorate the outside. I want to make this, of course, an alpine log cabin. So one of these options, I can't remember which one has like the log siding. It's this one, which is quite lucky. We're gonna make this a green, a sea green, green slate. Ugh. I think I'll go with that one. And door, dark green, grey. light green. That's too light. Like, here's my gripe with a lot of these doors. These doors are so vibrantly coloured. I wish they were less though. I wish they were a bit more muted. I think I'll welcome maybe a timber door plate. A timber welcome door plate of a dark brown variety. I think that could be quite nice. We'll put this over here. I will put like a camping area, I think, over here. It's just my helpful tip, I suppose, for anyone who's decorating, is to always put the house a bit off-centered, because unfortunately you can't center them on these middle paths. I mean, you can do it like, oh, sorry. Just crushed them with a house. You can do it like this, or you can do it like this, but none of them are particularly optimal, in my mind. Of course, your mileage may vary. If you can make it work, by all means, make it work. Show me up, show me what's wrong, show me what's right. Give you playground gym for the kids to play on. Because, you know, the kids love playing out in Arctic weather. Just like this. The kids got to exercise too. Atop a volcano is such a weird thing. Summer, a winter peak. Ooh, yes. We'll be like, ooh, you're in the mountains. We do want to set up a camp. We'll get these destination signposts going. So, okay, we'll keep things which are... Oh, marine. That's a really nice colour scheme. We'll put things here. We can't actually make paths. I forgot. You can't make paths on ice. I'm pretty sure. Which is just, honestly, it's nonsensical in my mind. But, hey-ho, Nintendo, and do what they do. Sleeping bag. Can we make this a different green and yellow combination? Like green and something else? Appears not. But we're going to have a nice little sort of like camp, I think, over here. A utility wagon for if you want to do some climbing. Or put this next to a mountain. Pretend it's like a huge mountain in the distance you can actually climb over. Oh, it'd be really nice if we could put these on the sides, but we can't. I guess this will just go here. We can put fences down. I'm not sure if really we have much of a reason to. We can sort of like fence things in. Not sure what fence really makes sense out here. Frozen fence? It seems like a bit much. It's a bit snowed over, isn't it? Not really sure how I feel about that. It's a little bit too, like, bright. We should change the weather as well. I'm not sure if we want... I think we want early morning. And obviously we want it to be winter. I'm not particularly convinced we need fencing, so we're not going to put it in. We'll have a campfire. Put it here. Get some of those chairs. Have them sort of like vibing out next to each other around the campfire. I'm just trying to think. Just give me a sec, I think we put the mountain over here. We'll have the campsite area is over here. Campsite for, I don't know, three people or so. Let's look from above. Look from above. So we can properly see what's going on. Something like this. We'll put the utility carts over here. There's only room for one person to sleep in, I guess. Didn't really think about that, but so be it. Campfire cooking. Not really sure we want garden rocks. A lot of the stuff we've already got inside. Okay, so maybe we don't do it like this. Maybe we do in fact put the mountain there. We could do two. It looks so bad like that. We'll put the signpost here. I don't know, there's not really much stuff we can do outside. Utility thing. Put a nice little food cooking area here. Perhaps we can get like an outdoor table to put stuff on. I think we have an outdoor table. I'm surprised it's not a recommended item actually in this sort of thing. The outdoor bench is recommended, but not the outdoor table, which doesn't really make much sense to me, but hey ho, I'm not one coming up with the required things. Okay, what if we do it like this? We put a playground here, put a signpost here, we put a campsite over here. It's like where the staff hang out. I'm just trying to think how this should be arranged. Maybe we do it like this. Yeah, okay. And then this is like... This can be the exercise and cooking area? I don't know. Put the utility stuff here. Put this here and we'll put some food, I think, on this table. Okay, if you want it. Maybe we can have like 3 of these. You know, there's only one person really staying in these areas. We'll make this one white. I will make this one... This yellow is kind of like a electric green. Put this here. Perhaps we can put like a little stool next to you. I know that was an option, a wooden stool. To be like you're the one cooking and watching stuff. You know, that's literally just a rice cooker, I believe. A campfire rice cooker, so it's not really much cooking going on. I'm not really feeling this outside customization, I'll be perfectly honest. But oh well. You know, sometimes it needs to grow on you, and sometimes it's just like, you don't have a good idea. I'm trying to think what would be like nice, warm food that you'd cook over a campfire. Probably none of these, I'll be honest, but... Oh, curry, yeah, of course. Curry rice. Just like a nice food area, sort of like a place to vibe out with your friends. We could just do 2 of these. We need like a tent thing. Is that an option? I believe that is a furniture item we have access to, right? Like this giant tent. Gazebo. Like, I was gonna say canopy, but that's not the right word. A canopy. Oh yeah, why don't we put a clothesline out here? Like this is where you're staying. Well used, red plaid, green plaid. You'd probably put it like around here. And we'll just pretend this mountain's in the background, despite the fact it's very clearly not. Put utility stuff here. Clothesline over here. It's just a bit empty. Like I feel like it needs something here, but I'm not really sure what. Maybe we can just reuse stuff we put inside and put it outside. Like a handy water cooler. Always need a fresh source of water. Stay hydrated. We could put that there. Not really sure what else. We don't have much room anymore. Do we have outside folding tables? Like small tables, I mean, not folding tables. A garden table. I guess this will do. I don't really want this electric green sort of vibe, but we can put this here. We can put this here. We could put some drinks, I think, on this area. Or hopefully spruce it up a little bit. Oh, hold on, that's houseware. Milkshake. No, I feel like coffee and tea make more sense, right? So we'll have a coffee cup, and we'll have a tea mug. Is green an option? Or make these green, because you want to drink something warm when you're cold, don't you? At least I do. Maybe you don't, which is, you know, fair enough to you. Maybe we do want fences. Oh yeah, we could put a rope fence down. So it's like it's a bit more of an outdoorsy, adventure type of rope. And we could put a signpost here. At the back of this playground is just sort of vibing here. I don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. Put a signpost here. This unfortunately cannot be centered. So we're going to have to off-center it slightly like this. And I think that's it. I think we'll roll with it like this. That's okay. I don't think this is the best customization in the world, but I think it's okay. I think it's passable. I'm not like terribly upset. I'm not looking at this. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, it's okay, you know. I think, you know, I pushed my boundaries a little bit. This is not really something I'd normally try and choose or go for customization wise. It's not quite my comfort zone I'm used to, but I think it worked quite well. I guess we'll have you wearing a varsity jacket. Do we have like a sports hat? I don't think we do. I guess we can give you this. It's a bit of a summer cap, which doesn't really make much sense, but you do look like some sort of sport gym coach. But I think we'll roll with it. Just a final check. Do we need sparkles? Are there other things we forgot to put down? Not what I can think of. So, yeah, Frank, there you go. Your vacation home, it's ready. Sorry, just drinking some water. That's so exciting. You want to have a look? Can't help but admire that work ethic for yours. Thank you, thank you. I'll do my best to a certain degree. And are you ready for the corridor, random item interaction, corridor shop? So here we go. Corridor 1. Kind of. Oh, it's my like intro shop. Ooh, corridor from behind a partition, so you can't really see it. Corridor number 2. Now interaction with an item. Wow, look at that. Oh, I like our pose next to it. Corridor number 3. And it's what, like close up of corridor, I think? Yeah. And then corridor and walk off in a different direction. Perfect. Ticks all the boxes. The old 4 corridors, 1 intro shot, and 1 close up shot of an item interaction vibe. Ain't that something? We would, of course, take a couple of photos, add it to our portfolio. Perhaps we should update our portfolio as well to incorporate some other stuff. I'm not really sure where I want you to be. Can you actually stand on these? I guess we'll have you here in the gym. I'm trying to rotate you, but it's not really working. The problem I have with this is you're just going to walk about, aren't you? So we're going to have to be basically extraordinarily quick. What we go like this. You go, hey, looky here. I feel like we need a personal camera. This is a terrible shot. We definitely need to move like over here. Hey. That's good enough. It's like not amazing or anything, but I guess it kind of does show what's going on. I'm not really sure there's many good sort of like glamorous areas we can take photos of this. I didn't realise a yoga mat you can walk over. Those are activatable? Wild. Just in case I haven't said enough, you've done a great job here. I'm heading back, but thank you, Frank, for your customization option. I'm glad you like it. We probably should have checked Nico's crafting box to see if he needed any things, but I forgot. We can just do it for next time. Oh, hello, you haven't called. Yes, of course, we can do that for you. Feel free to drop by any time. Thank you. We're making something for someone, it seems. Hello. Welcome back. That call was an inquiry about our vacation homes. The caller saw a photo of one that you designed, and they asked about getting a home of their own. Those photos of yours sure are generating a lot of good vibes. Speaking of good vibes, it's paytime, you're in 15,000 Pokey. So it seems our marketing team is doing exceedingly well. Can you believe our last project brings you to the 20 homes mark? Great work, dear. Oh, we decided it'd be nice to celebrate as a team again, so I reserved us a spot. Let's head to the party. Where is the party? In the cafe, I guess? What if we didn't make the cafe? Cute. Now that we're all settled in here, congrats on designing 20 vacation homes, dear. You blew through 20 like a strong island breeze, dear. Congrats again. Everyone has a glass of juice ready, right? Well then. Cheers! What have you made neither the cafe nor restaurant? Or are you forced to at this point? I can't remember. You might be forced to make one of them. But I actually really like our cafe, so no problem celebrating it here. Today the grab is on me. Dig in, everyone. Sweet, this place has been getting great reviews too. And of course the reason we can have a party in a great place like this is dear. Aw, shucks you guys. Right, nice work, dear. It's hard for me to wrap my head around how busy we are. We've opened a school, more visitors have been stopping by, and the vacation homework keeps coming. You won't find me complaining. Yeah, things are really hopping. Are you sure you're not working too hard there, Lottie? You deserve some time off. And don't worry about work. Your highly skilled crew can handle anything. That's not a bad idea, but there's something I really want to do first. I'll take some time off later. Interesting, go on. Well, hear me out. I was thinking it'd be fun to hold a special event on this island. Ooh, an event? Ooh, what do you have in mind? I want to hold a music festival where everyone can come together to sing and dance. I've been trying to think of all the things that would make our clients happy and joyful. When they leave here and go back to their daily lives, I want them to take happy memories of them. So I started thinking about what we could do to make that happen. An event on the scale I'm thinking of will require help from the entire team of Paradise Planning though. So what do you say? Are you in? Of course I'm in. That sounds like a grand old time. I'm with it. No way I turned down a fun plan like this. You too, right, Wardo? Oh, you're in too, right, Wardo? Nod. Oh, you guys are the best. I'm lucky I found partners and friends like you. For the time being, we should work on increasing the number of folks around here. I want our event to be super exciting. I bet this is going to be the thing that capstones everything off. Once you've done 30 customizations, you basically have a huge music festival. I want our events to be super exciting, and the more folks who enjoy it, the better it will be. Having a measurable goal is best, so let's work on getting 10 more clients into vacation homes. We should also work on finishing the rest of our island's facilities. If we have more to offer, more folks will come to visit. I think we'll get permission to work on our next facility after a few more vacation homes are done. And that's on you, dear. I know you can do it. Oh wow, sounds like we're going to get even busier. When dear works harder, I work harder. Tell you what, you can leave the event venue up to me. Thanks, Nico. You mean it? That would help me out big time. Okay, I'll leave you in charge of it then, Nico. Wardo, I'd like to get your feedback on some details about the event location and a bunch of other stuff. Wardo nods solemnly. Well, not solemnly, but I'm leaning on you for all of this. Our goal is to put smiles on the faces of our clients, so let's make it happen. Paradise Planning! Yeah! At least we're standing in much more reasonable locations in this cafe compared to usual. Yep, turn that light on. Or off. You're an essential part of the team. I can't imagine Paradise Planning without you, dear. We'll work out the event details as we go. I want to make it as easy as possible for anyone to join in the fun. And this place is a really great vibe. Your sense of style never ceases to amaze me. Aw, thanks, Lottie. Have you tried the food here yet? It's absolutely mouth-watering. No, mouth-gushing. Horrible phrase. Ew. When I was small, alright, smaller, my grandma told me there used to be big festivities on this island. I think it was back when my great-great something-something grandma lived here, though. I'm sure it was probably a long time ago. I love parties. I'm really excited, probably because with this crew here, how can it not be a blast? I don't doubt you there, but I'm going to have to push you into a corner while I talk to Wardo. Wardo, nice place. I love the tiny little party. Yeah, he's got going on. 20 clients. Consider me impressed, friend. Lottie has a serious sweet tooth. And I think, if I recall, they do only have 3 lines of dialogue. I don't know why this light is off. We probably turned it off at some point, but we'll take our leave. Oh, heading out? Yep. Nothing else to do here. Then let's call it here. I'm stuffed. Now, Wardo looks like he was ready to get another drink out, but either way, we'll be calling it here. We'll be wrapping up for today. And I suppose... Oh, no, hold on. Check out Nico's crafting books. See if he's asking for any materials. And then we'll leave and round up this episode here. But we made an alright, like, location, I suppose, for Frank. It's an interesting thing. It's just a bit strange, I think. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about my customization yet. I think I tried something different. I'm not entirely sure if it worked out. Sometimes you try something different and it goes great. Sometimes you try something different and it doesn't work. That's just how life goes. This one, I'm undecided on how I feel about it yet. There's no side. Ooh, what's it say? Using stones or DIY is tough. Making these recipes would have taken a lot longer if I didn't have so many. But I did get a hand of it, so I'm going to keep the train rolling. I want to try using a lot of clay next. Let's see, what should I do? So you want a lot of clay? Just clay? 10 stone, 15 clay. That's incredibly doable. So I assume the next one we'll be getting is brick, which is perfectly fine because we have an abundance of those materials. Let's put all of this stuff away. Not all of this stuff, but most of it away. I don't know why I didn't put the weeds away. But let's get out some stone and clay. Wherever it may be. Wherever it may be. I am a lord of a town city. I think this was enough. Hope it was. But we'll leave him materials. He'll give us, I assume, the brick stuff next time. So that's done. Checklist of materials. You want any more? 3 more clay. It was 15. I thought it was 15 stone. But I got it backwards, it turns out. So we need a little bit more clay. Just a tiny bit. But luckily for us, I suppose we have quite a lot to begin with, so it's not really that big a deal. I'm dipping into our materials box. The only exception was apparently sticks at one time. That's because I never harvest sticks. But there should be a Nook Mile mission for harvesting sticks, probably. I'm honestly kind of surprised there isn't. But we'll take our leave, and I suppose next time when we finish our customization, we'll have access to a new type of partition. We didn't actually use partitions in the last one, did we? Not partitions, low counters. Low counters and high counters. I don't think we did. So, it's not really all that big a deal in the first place. But we'll take our leave here. That was a nice sort of customization for today. I still think Victoria's decoration style, not style. Thematic could have been interesting. Just making things yellow is quite open-ended, but you can make quite a small, like, cutesy, kitschy, sort of like house to live in, is what I'm imagining. Ugh, sorry, stretching. Just like, kind of similar to, I suppose, what at least Eloise's design is. That we did at the beginning of the game. But for now, we're out of this episode here, so good work. Honestly, quite a speedy customization of anything. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Dear Darling Discord and follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.